want to sing?
No, you. Hari Haraya. You.
A little bit. A little bit.
No, it's
Just 5 to 10 minutes.
it's so much. Hari Haraya. Beda yoga now. Ze kan het niet, dus gaat het verlezen. Hij is nu weer was met zien. So it's good.
You want to sing? Harmonia? You sing? No.
So you have to do it.
Okay. I can call someone who can sing.
So you're an Indo?
Vivek Prabhu needs 1 minute.
Krijgen we een soort symfonisch kirtan toch? Of zo doe je het toch? Een beetje symfonisch.
1 hand harmonium, 1 hand regular.
Ja, hij kan die symfonisch.
No, I also changed.
Maar kom,
He's in captain. So the Vivek.
Yeah.
ja, maar hij doet het heel symfonisch.
Yeah.
Ja. Dat is wel apart.
Symphony.
Je bent uit een anders.
Too bad that they are all not.
Chinese. He went to Belgium.
Germany.
Germany. Yeah. So you are full time now for it. Great. Lot of companies work for it.
Hare नारायणं नमस्कृतं नमश्चैव नरोत्तमं देवं सर्वविघ्नानां सर्वोदयं मुने Bye
One of the stars.
Welcome everybody to the Sunday Love Feast. Today's lecture will be given by Bhakta Srinivas Prabhu. Everybody, a big Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
दुष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपाकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहजा रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामि कृष्णपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे नमो महावन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Everybody move a little bit forward so the new guests can move in the back. Please come a little bit closer. Come on. Come here. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all to the ISKCON Amsterdam Stand-Up Kids program. Happy to see you all. I'm not qualified to sit here and speak, but this is a service which is tough for me. So I seek all your blessings and the praise so that the right words come at the right time with the right spirit. So I don't all of you, please pray for me. I'm check out the yesterday classes and give it Hey. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of the day. Today is very special. Any idea what is the importance of today? You must be already read the calendar of our Varaha days now. That's on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, disappearance day of Ramanujacharya. So he's my acharya from Sri Sampradaya. So I'll be talking about him and the glories. I'll try my best. I'm not qualified enough, but if I do any mistakes, please forgive me. And they can also correct me when I'm wrong. And let's see how far I can cover the pastimes of Sri Ramanujacharya. So Ramanujacharya, we already know that he's one of the main Sampradaya acharyas of Sri Sampradaya. And before that, there were many predecessors before Ramanujacharya. Mainly, they were called as Alvas and also Acharyas. So when do we call them as Alvas? Alvas are like basically they are very much intoxicated with the love of Godhead. So they can do the services like offering flowers, making garlands, like very much intoxicated. But when it comes to acharyas, they do have the same qualities, but in addition to that, they also propagate the message of Godhead to everyone. So that's the difference. So I think you can also see the founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, how easily he could spread the message to the West, and then today, visiting in the West, we are able to read and also understand what bhakti means actually. So that's the difference. So there were many alvars before in acharyas, but now today I'll be talking about Ramanujacharya. Uh, so before that, there will be so many names today we are coming across. For me also, it was a lesson. Also, it was like a class for me myself when I was preparing for it. So what I do is at the end of my my whatever the things I've shared. So at the end of the class, like I generally ask the questions. So if you're attentive, there is very special prize there. So there is only one prize. So ensure you're following with the names and also the content. If you're not, you can raise your hand and I can repeat it. But right to gathered mercy that's coming all the way from Tirumala. Govinda, Govinda. So first I talk about the person which is a great stalwart of Sri Sampradaya, that is Yamunacharya. Okay, first we are starting with Yamunacharya, and Yamunacharya wrote so many compositions, and even Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was very much influenced by the Stotra Ratnavali that was written by Yamunacharya, and in that there was a mood of helpless surrender and pure devotion to Krishna, which is very exemplarily brought out in such compositions. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very much inspired by the Stotra Ratnavali. He was reading through these books. So, Yamunacharya, he has a very great influence on the mind of this young boy, Ramanujacharya. But before that, Yamunacharya had a disciple, Sri Shailapurna. Okay, so let's get back to South India, everyone. Okay, so have the mood that we are all in South India now. So extreme south parts. So we'll be traveling across the Tamil Nadu. It's one of the states. Like how you have the provinces here, we have states there. So if you're not aware, so Tamil Nadu is one of the states, and we would be please assume that we are in south part of India now. So Yamunacharya, he had a disciple, the name as Sri Shailapurna. And even Shailapurna also had a very good impact on Ramanujacharya in later years to come, that we will discuss how. So this Sri Shailapurna had two sisters. One is Bhudevi, other one is Sridevi. And Bhudevi was married to Asuri Keshava Perumal. Gone. But right, we have memory. So how much ever you can, if anybody else is not saying it, at least if you know something like Keshava Perumal, so you also won the prize. So at least keep whatever shortcuts you can. Like in the classroom, we keep shortcuts, right? So use your skills now. So Sri Shailapurna had two sisters. One is Bhudevi, and the other one was Sridevi. So Bhudevi was married to Asuri Keshava Perumal. Okay. And now Sridevi was married to Kamala Nayana Bhatta. So Bhudevi was married to Asuri Keshava Perumal. Sridevi was married to Kamala Nayana Bhatta. And when these people were like engaging in their Grihastha life, Sri Shailapurna had moved to Tirupati. So he got retired. So Tirupati is also, I think there's a place where Lord Balaji resides, Sri Venkateshwara Swami. So in Sri Shailapurna had moved to Tirupati after his retirement, and then Bhudevi and his family and Sridevi and his family is engaged in Grihastha life. So now he got to know the news that Sri Shailapurna that Bhudevi and Asuri Keshav Perumal had got a son. So it's a baby boy. So immediately, as a mama, he wants to see. So he came, he rushed to Kanchipuram, where they reside. So he came to Kanchipuram, and so this story is happening in the Bhudevi story and Sridevi story, which we are hearing now, is happening in Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. So they begot a son, and then Sri Shailapurna came and visited the baby boy, and immediately he was shocked to see the baby boy because he was so effulgent, and he could already predicted that like this boy can change the world. So he already said that he's going to change everything, and he's going to be helpful to the society. So he was very much positive about the baby boy, and immediately he named him as Sri Ramanuja. So Rama Anuja, Anuja means like who is a follower, and Rama. So he's actually the follower of Lord Ram. So it's like Lakshman. Lakshman is also always following Lord Ram. So similarly, Ramanujacharya is nothing but the expansion of Lakshman himself. So now he named him as Sri Ramanuja. So in parallel, Sri Devi and Kamala Nayana Bhatta couple also got a son. So he also rushed there. In Kanjipuram, they lived very nearby, these two sisters of Sri Shailapurna. So then they also got a son, and when he went there, he named him as Govinda. So now, so far we had seen the family of Sri Shailapurna and his two sisters, Bhudevi and Sridevi, and Bhudevi got a son, Sri Ramanuja, and Sridevi got a son, Govinda. So far clear? The husbands of Bhudevi are Asuri Keshav Perumal, Sridevi's husband was Kamala Nayana Bhatta. Oh, somebody is noting on your smart. Okay. Then I think the quiz will be like, I have not prepared anything, today's slides or anything, so it will be like first buzzer. So you have to raise your hand first. So get ready if you know the answer. And now, so these two are the cousins now. So Sri Ramanuja and Govinda, they are the first cousins. But what happened to Govinda was, so he went straight away from Vaishnavism, and he became the follower of Shiva, and he became Shivite. And anyways, later after the story, he again brought back to Vaishnavism. He's also a very stalwart associate of Sri Ramanuja, because he was helping Ramanuja many times, and we will all see how much he was helpful to Ramanuja in the instance where there was some murder attempts happening on Sri Ramanuja also. So Ramanuja and Govinda are like first cousins, and also they're very good friends. So they're very similar in their dispositions and also their natures. They're spiritually inclined, and they're virtuous by nature, and also very strong. So wherever they go, they generate that positive energy, and they were spreading whatever they know in the right way. And they both grew up in a Brahmanical surroundings, and they went to the right passage of samskaras. So they have certain samskaras in Brahmanical families. So like first like Upanayana, so there are certain things like sacred thread, then approaching Guru. So all this they were undergoing in a right way, as per the Brahmanical Sampradaya. And as per those days, as per the customs, so they used to get married very early. So Ramanujacharya got married. Any guesses at the age of? Around roughly? So these days we get married like, I got married at 32. But those days,
14, 15.
Okay. So average I think it was 16. So at the age of 16 he got married. So he started his Grihastha life. Grihastha means married life. So they also worship everything they do, and also balancing their family life. So this umbrella is very nice. And eventually Ramanuja has like a bright future, and he was not satisfied just with that married life. So he has a lot of room for him to learn. So he was very much eager. So he want to seek something. He want to learn Vedanta as per the Brahmanical Siddhanta. So he wants to learn. He wants to go for the higher education. So he was not satisfied with the Grihastha life, and then he wants to approach for a guru. So and then he moved to Kanchipuram, and before that they were in Perumbudur. So I made a mistake. So initially the sisters, they were all living in Perumbudur, and then now he moved to Kanchipuram from Perumbudur, and there he got to know that there is one renowned scholar known as Yadav Prakash. So when he wants to meet this person, because we also know that when there is a senior sannyasi coming, we try to approach them to seek their blessings and also to learn from them. So similarly, likewise, Ramanuja also planned to move to Kanjipuram to get the association of Yadav Prakash. Okay, and Yadav Prakash was Advaitin, I mean means Mayavadi. Like they don't believe that Lord is ultimately a spiritual person, but Nirvika, like they may believe that like the Lord doesn't have the form. So they believe in that sort of understanding. So they give their own interpretations about the verses. So, and I think we have a lot of understanding. So Prabhupada has also clearly given us the explanations about how to understand this Advaita philosophy or the Mayavadi philosophy or the impersonalist philosophy. So the subject is very vast. I don't want to get into those details to confuse you. But there are very much clear explanations that Prabhupada has really given. I think these things are well detailed, explained in Bhakti Shastri courses as well, where you come across the books of Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Bhagavad Gita, and Sri Ishopanishad. So when we cover these 4 books, you get to know these fundamentals of how to understand the impersonalist and also the Advaita or the Mayavadi philosophy. I recommend if you have an opportunity, because these days these courses are available in online, so you don't think that this course you can do it in overnight. It takes like 2 to 3 years. So you have to occupy every weekend at least 2 hours like that. There are many online institutions, bona fide institutions, so they can teach these books, 4 books. So there you get the fundamentals of all this to understand in a better way. Okay, so now finally Yadav Prakash is planning to meet, Ramanujacharya is planning to meet Yadav Prakash, and then he moved to Kanjipuram. So finally he approached him, and then he seek his association, and then finally he also accepted him as a student. So now Ramanujacharya is in the school of Yadav Prakash. Okay, and here one day, so Yadav Prakash used to teach to the other students also will be there. So to also his other disciples. So one fine day, he was talking about one verse, and he was giving his own interpretation. Yadav Prakash, he used to give his own interpretations on the verses. So one day he was talking on one of the verse from Taittiriya Upanishad. So very famous verse. I think from Indian background you might have heard this, that Satyam Jnanam, and then Anantam Brahma. So there's also songs on this, right? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. They say Satyam Brahma Jnanam Brahma Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So this is so on this verse he was giving the explanation. So what does that mean? So he said that Yadav Prakash said he's a teacher. Okay, so there's a lot of students, and Ramanujacharya is also Sri Ramanuja is also one of the students in that group. So he was listening to the translation what Yadav Prakash is giving on this verse of Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, and he said that Brahma, which is the absolute truth. Generally, if you understand, Brahma is absolute truth. Is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam means is truth, Jnanam is knowledge, and Anantam is unlimited. So he said this is actual true explanation that even when we read we can understand it. Whereas Yadav Prakash had convoluted and strange interpretation on this verse, and he said that Brahman, he gave an example for this, just to keep you guys understand on this. He gave an example that there is a cow. Okay, imagine there is a cow here, and there are 3 cows now. Imagine the first cow is having 2 full horns. Okay, and go to the next cow. So the next cow has only 1 horn. Go to the third cow now. The third cow has only 1 half horn. Okay, and then he says that there are 3 cows of like different horns, but he said that there is not a single cow that to have all these 3 combinations. You're getting my point? If you take any single cow, can you find the cow having like 1 half horn, no horns, and then 2 full horns? It's not possible. So he said that Yadav Prakash made a commentary on this, telling that it's not possible for Brahman to be at the same time. So he said that it's he doesn't have any attributes. So he referred the entire understanding as like attributeless, zero attribute. So then immediately after hearing this, Brahman cannot have all at the same time. So that means it's not complete. So then after hearing to this explanation, Ramanuja was like a bit confused. And this is the first time he's standing up. He stood up and then he started telling my dear teacher, I see the explanation is in a different way. Then he got angry, teacher, as a teacher, Prakash. He said that, oh, you started giving explanation to me. So what do you think would be the right, appropriate explanation for this verse? And then he said that, Ramanuja said that, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And according to you, Brahma is like, Brahman, if it doesn't have the attributes, then that means there is no existence of Brahman itself. And then how can you say that he is Satyam, truth? So that is not truth then. If there is no truth, then there is no knowledge. So it's not possible at all. So he denied the explanation of what Yadav Prakash said, and then he told the better analogy would be for this is a flower. If you take a flower, it's red in color, and it has a fragrance, and it is very soft in nature if you touch it. So it's like he referred Brahman to be that blossoming flower, that like it has all the attributes one at the same time and existing also. So this is what the Advaita philosophy they came across, that like one and also existing at the same time. So so likewise he started giving right analogies, and also he had a very good understanding Ramanuja from very early ages when he was a kid himself. And then so then this time Yadav Prakash got very angry, and then he said that, oh, you started arguing with me and then you started making your own commentaries. Then Ramanuja kept quiet, so he doesn't want to argue anything, he kept quiet. So that there ends the scene. So likewise, then the other teachings happens. Again, on one passage, again, Yadav Prakash started giving commentary. So this is another verse. It says that, Tasya yata kapyasam pundalikam evam akshini. Tasya yata kapyasam pundalikam evam akshini. Akshini means eye, and for Pundalikam, and Kapyasam. So Kapyasam, so Yadav Prakash splitted this word into two words, that is Kapyasam is equal to Kapya plus Kapi plus Asam. So he derived that way. And then here he said that Kapyasam, he referred, Kapi means a monkey. Okay, and Asam is referred to your rare part of any body. Okay, the buttocks region. So here Yadav Prakash, he was lying on the bed and he was getting massage from his disciple, that is Sri Ramanuja. So Sri Ramanuja was massaging him with an oil, and then at that moment when he gave the explanation of this verse, telling that Akshini is eye, so he referred that the eyes of Supreme Lord are looking like are as red as the monkey's back region. So Kapyasam. And after hearing this, he got very much agitated within his thoughts, because he always had the pure love for the Lord. When his teacher himself giving this sort of explanations, he couldn't tolerate that. And then immediately, because he's teacher, so he cannot also offend him. So what he did, immediately couldn't control. There was a hot tears coming from his eyes, and then that went on the body of Yadav Prakash. So Yadav Prakash realized that something is wrong, and then he got up and then he asked, "What happened to you?" Then again he started telling that the way how you compared is not correct. It's not appropriate. So that is not the way which we should do. And then again, Yadav Prakash got angry as usual. And finally, he asked, "So tell me about your way of explanation of this. What do you think?" So actually, the beauty of Sanskrit is like you can make your own words when you know the laws of grammar. So you can merge so many letters, then you can form your own word, and then you can derive meaning from it, which is bona fide also. So that is the beauty of language Sanskrit. So here he interpreted in that way. Now let's see how Ramanuja would have interpreted this Kapyasam. Any idea? Any guesses that I can repeat? Tasya eta Kapyasam Pundalikam evam akshini. So how here Ramanuja would have compared the eyes of Supreme Lord to what? Same. It is
Lotus petals.
lotus petals. Any other? Lotus petal, where did you like Kapyasam? You felt any lotus here? Because we always read like Krishna's eyes are like lotus petals. Any guesses? What Ramanuja would have compared the eyes of Supreme Lord to what? Huh? Any other from there?
Akshatam means gold something.
Okay, gold. Okay, so yes, gold. Kapyasam.
What is the meaning of the two words?
So you can break it the way you want. That's the beauty of Sanskrit. You can break it like ka, pa, a, sa, ma, or you want kapa asam or kapi asam. So you break it your own way. So you can derive it. Any other guesses? So someone said gold, lotus petals. Okay. I can explain what Ramanuja has told that time. So he derived that like Kapyasam, he broke that into Ka, which means water, P, which means Pibati, it is derived from the word Pibati. Yeah, exactly, to drink. So who is a drinker? So who drinks the water? Sun. Evaporates, right? Sun drinks the water. Similarly, lotus stem also drinks the water. Correct? So he broke this word into like three parts: Ka, Pi, and then Asa. That means Asa is like to open. So when the lotus stem, the stem also drinks the water, and then it blossoms a flower. And similarly, he compared here the eyes of the Lord are as beautiful as blossoming flower. So this is the way Ramanuja used to understand and then give his own explanations also whenever Yadav Prakash used to make some misinterpretations on these verses. So now Yadav Prakash got to know that like this is no more a safe thing for him, that always this small guy is questioning him and then giving his own explanations, and then few people also may get changed their minds. Hare Krishna Prabhu. So then eventually this is he felt that this is not safe anymore for him, and then finally he said, you can leave my ashram now. You don't have to stay here, and I don't tolerate you anymore. So you leave the ashram. So Ramanuja finally he left the ashram, and then he went out, and then immediately when he came out, still do you think that he will be staying with peace? He cannot. So he thought that maybe when Ramanuja goes out, then he started preaching outside, then the followers will be more for him, and what happens to me and to my school. So then he couldn't stay at peace, and then he said that he called all his disciples. He called all his disciples in the ashram. So all the disciples in the ashram came towards Yadav Prakash, and then he told the situation that now Ramanuja is not here, but we have to end him. So give all the ideas, whatever you guys think. So, but he's not in the ashram now. So then everybody came up with different ideas on a gross level. But at the end, Yadav Prakash did not accept any of those ideas because they're all very sinful. And he told that on two conditions we should bring an idea. He said that it should not be sinful at all, whatever the act we do. And the second, nobody else should know what we are doing, apart from the group of whom we are. So the rest of the people should not know of what we are doing. So on these conditions, then he only came up with an idea that let's all go to a pilgrimage for a tour. So let's go to a tour to bathe in river Ganga. So they were in south, so they have to travel to north to take bathe in Ganga. So then he said that let's all of us go there. Let's drown in Ganga. So let us drown Ramanuja in Ganga. So then he will die. then nobody will get to know. And Yadav Prakash thought this is not sinful because if anybody die when they leave their body when they are in Ganga, it is so auspicious. So it is very auspicious. So he thought, so killing in that way will not give him any sinful reaction, and it is beneficial for Ramanuja, and also at the same time beneficial for his ashram. So this is what this is the way he was also thinking. So I think this also reminds me that like when we are not good at certain moments, I think we all come across in our lives. I think mind cheats in a very bad way that we can do anything whatever we want and we lose all our senses. So we can see here. I think it's also a lesson that I think from all these stories, it is not just to make fun of these people, but they all are there to set an examples that like anything can happen to anyone. Such a scholarly person, he was well renowned, and he was well renowned in that entire place, and then everybody was eagerly looking for his association. And imagine at the end, the mindset has become like he can even kill his own disciple. So I think mind can take us to anywhere, but I think we have to be very careful when we get cheated by other things. I think we have to follow what our Vedic principles taught us every time. So this is something, one lesson I also took it from this story. So now finally they have all planned to go to Ganga. So they're all in south now. So where are we now? Kanchipuram. Perfect. Which state is this? Okay, so who is the teacher of Ramanuja at the moment?
Yadav.
And who is the mother of Ramanuja?
Sridevi.
Bhudevi. And the sister of Bhudevi?
Sridevi.
And their brother is?
Govinda.
No, Govinda is the son of Sridevi. And their brother is? Sri Shailapurna. And Sri Shailapurna is a disciple of? Yamunacharya. And who is Yamunacharya? Nice, perfect. And after that, I did not tell you. We'll see about who is it. Okay, perfect. You're all following. Nice. So now let's go to north now. So we all are traveling now. Not we. They all are traveling now with along with. So they called actually. All the friends told Ramanuja, we are missing you. Please come. We all go for a pilgrimage trip. So let's all of us go to a pilgrimage trip to north. So to Ganga along with our teacher Yadav Prakash. So they all are going. So like many days have passed. So they are walking in the forest. It's not easy. Not like these days to take a flight. So those days they have to walk in the middle of the forest. There won't be any way. So they just go with some directions. And they all are walking towards the north region. And now who is the cousin of Sri Ramanuja? Govinda. So now Govinda somehow, because there is a group, there is a saying, right? If one person gets to know, the whole country will get to know the news. So likewise, Govinda got to know the news about the whole plan what these guys are doing. So they made a plot to kill you in Ganga. So Govinda got to know the news that soon they are going to kill Ramanuja in the river Ganga. So then Govinda is trying to reach Ramanuja, but Govinda is also in that trip. But now the other disciples also got to know that Govinda is aware of the news of their plot. So now it's like the disciples' role is to keep Ramanuja in the trip, to ensure that he is there. And at the same time, Govinda will not meet Ramanuja so that the secret is not revealed to Ramanuja beforehand. So they are walking, so they're ensuring that there is enough distance between both of them. So they all are following now. So in some way, there was a nature call for Ramanuja. So he stayed back and the group is following. So then Govinda realized the situation and he thought this is very favorable for him so that he can share this message immediately to him so that he can save his cousin. So he saw this and then without getting attention from anyone, he also took one step back and then ran very quickly towards Ramanuja and told, my dear Ramanuja, this is what a bigger plot that these people have done and they're doing and they're going to kill you, and please, my humble request is you to leave this place as soon as possible. So and then immediately he ran back and joined the group as if nobody is aware. So Govinda is back to the group and Ramanuja is here. It's like extremely shocked. Like how come like my own friends and then my teacher is making this sort of a plan to kill me? So he was extremely shocked and baffled that like how can a person can do like this? So what do you think? Ramanuja would have continued to the north, or did he go back?
Continued. I think continued.
Okay, you all are wrong. He went he went back. And Ramanuja did not continue. So he took a step back. So immediately he ran backwards. So now the point is he's alone in the middle of the forest. I mean, like nowhere, he doesn't know where to go. But he know at least that if they're going this way, he is going backwards. That itself, So he followed the same direction. And then he doesn't know where to go. It's middle of the forest. They already traveled like so many days and like hundreds of miles are passed. And then he walked for some time, and then he heard someone whispering in the middle of the forest. And he was very happy that he saw a hunter. At least he found some human being. So he was extremely happy to go and talk to him. And then he ran towards him, and then along with him there was also hunter's wife. So hunter and hunter's wife are in the middle of the forest. And then Ramanuja went and told this that like, I want to go towards south. They said, we are also going towards south, so you can join us. So we can accompany you. So then the three of them started walking for some time, and then at the evening they take rest, right? So they took some. They're taking rest. They have to sleep because they cannot walk in the dark. So then they took rest. They said that like morning we will continue again, and then. In middle of the sleep, Ramanuja heard a voice from the hunter when he was talking to his wife, telling that I'm thirsty, I need water. There is a lake nearby. Can you go and get water for me? Then Ramanuja answered, telling that I will get it for you in the morning. So early morning, the moment sunrise starts, I'll get the water for you. So they slept, and then early morning when they woke up, the hunter and hunter's wife both are missing. So he's alone now, again in the middle of the forest. And then immediately he walked towards certain distance, and then he could see a lake, and also he could see the Kanchipuram, already the Varadaraj temple dome. So that means overnight he just reached the south part. So then he realized this is the mercy and also the miracle that Lord had shown on him, that to reach the south part within the overnight. So they walked for like so many days. And then just in the overnight, after he woke up, he could already see that he was in south. So it's a purely divine intervention that helped him to reach the south part. And then here there's also saying that like he did so many prayers that time, and he wrote so many poems, and that at that moment he was extremely overwhelmed by the presence of Lord. So the hunter was none other than the Supreme Lord, and the hunter's wife was Sri Lakshmi. So they both personally came and accompanied Sri Ramanuja to reach his place. And finally this group decided, like Yadav Prakash and his group, they have decided that like okay, anyways we have almost reached north. So they got to know that Ramanuja is missing. So what do you think, that did they finish their Ganga bath, or they would have directly come to south? Yeah, they finished the bath in the Ganga. So then they went back to the south, and then Yadav Prakash was surprised to see Ramanuja was alive in Kanchipuram. So initially, before that, he was extremely happy that there could have been two reasons. One is like Ramanuja will be missing, so he is happy, or he will be alive. Otherwise, then it's a problem for him again. So now they reached south, all of them. But now still Yadav Prakash has a thought in his mind that like this Ramanuja is a bigger obstacle for his path and for his mission also. So, but now when he heard the story, Yadav Prakash, that how Lord helped him personally, so then he had developed little sort of respect towards Ramanuja, that like direct Supreme himself is helping this person, that means extremely special. So then there's some sort of respect that started developing towards Ramanuja from Yadav Prakash. And now we'll go to the next part. Now here on the other side, if you see, Yamunacharya is old guy. So he's the main Acharya of Sri Sampradaya. He's getting old, and when he looked into his ashram, he couldn't see anyone that like who can take up this sannyas diksha like who can lead further after he leaves. After he leaves the body, then he doesn't have any idea who can continue. There are good people, like the people, they're disciples with pure devotion, but he was looking for someone who's really bold and also to spread the message of Godhead to the entire world. So he was looking for that person. So, and at the same time, he's also becoming old. And then finally, there are two Vaishnavas. Like they reached his place that is in Srirangam. So Yamunacharya was living in Srirangam. And Srirangam, what is the deity, main deity? Sri Ranganatha. So they worship Lord Ranganatha there. And then these two Vaishnavas came to take the blessings of Sri Ranganath, and at the same time to also take the blessings from Yamunacharya. And then these two Vaishnavas told about the story of the entire Ramanuja and his glorifications, and how his childhood started, and how he is defeating Yadav Prakash in many instances. And then Yamunacharya had a desire now that, like, yes, this boy can be my next person in the ashram to lead this entire Sri Sampradaya. And that's a point where the desire came in Yamunacharya. And then Yamunacharya told, even though he is old, he said that, please take me to Kanchipuram. I want to see this person. And then immediately they all went to Kanchipuram. And there in Kanchipuram, the deity is Varadaraja. Varadaraja is like Raja means king. Varada is like the boon. He is the king of one who awards the benedictions. So that's the main deity of. There is also importance of these deities. If you look, the sweet pastimes happened for all these deities. Yesterday was the disappearance of Madhvacharya. So that's also like how deeply the Udupi deity is formed. So we can see that the connections from all these great personalities. So that's why it is good to talk about these personalities at least on these special days. So their disappearance is also auspicious for us because they left such great knowledge with us. So now they're all in Kanchipuram along with Yamunacharya and other two disciples, other two Vaishnavas. So now here he asked where is Sri Ramanuja he want to see, and then there were a group of devotees coming, and in that group he figured out who is Ramanuja with an effulgent face and by his nature, but he did not talk to him. So Yamunacharya never met Sri Ramanujacharya, but and then he immediately got some urgent call to his place. Then he left back. And in parallel, if you see in the same place in Kanchipuram, there was a king, and the king had a daughter, and that daughter was possessed. Interesting topic for Rita. So he was possessed with a ghost, and the king was looking for someone who can help that, like to remove this ghost from his daughter. So then I think you're all able to follow, right? Yes. Okay, so they're all trying to help this queen. His daughter. And when the king checked for the person, then everybody told this Yadav Prakash is a very scholarly person, so please approach him. So Yadav Prakash, without even checking, he replied to the ministers of that kingdom, telling that you tell to that ghost that Yadav Prakash will come if you don't go. So please leave the body soon. Yadav Prakash is telling here. Here. So when he went, when the ministers went and told to that ghost, so the ghost is talking through the body of that daughter. So the ghost did LOL, laugh out loud, and then said that no, I will not leave. Nothing will happen. Let him come. So she warned actually. So then it's a prestige for Yadav Prakash now. So then he finally said that I'm only coming directly. So when he came there directly, then he said that you have to leave now from this body. Then the ghost said, no, I will not leave. I can only leave when and actually the ghost exchanged the pastimes. Like, you know, in your previous life you were a small, like a lizard from that one of the banks of a tank. So you were like a lizard, and you had the remnants of, there were devotees having prasad, and there was also some water fell down. So as a lizard, you just had the remnants of that prasad. So it is like Maha Prasad. That is how you got this quality body in this life. and then he started like, I will do all the mantras now, so then you have to leave now. Then this ghost lady said that I am a Brahmanical ghost, so Brahma Rakshasi, because in my previous life I was a Brahmana. I know all these mantras. I can only recite. You don't have to recite for me, but I will not leave. Then he requested, so how will you leave? Then the ghost said, when you place the feet of Sri Ramanuja, of your own disciple, then I can leave. So Sri Ramanuja said, so that's how you can see, like, there are so many pastimes that where the importance of this Ramanuja has been significantly shown, how important the personality is. And at that point, Sri Ramanuja came forward and then said, what is the proof that after me keeping feet on you, so how do I know that like you are leaving the body? So the ghost gives a hint that once you place the feet on this head, immediately you will see there is a tree in front. The one of the branches will fall down. So immediately Ramanuja did the same. He kept his feet on this daughter, and then immediately she became normal. She felt like what is happening around me, so she became absolutely normal. And like the ghost said, the tree also, one of the branches from the tree fell down, and then that indicates that the ghost has left the body. So likewise, there are so many instances that I would like to cover more, but for the time being, it's already 5. The timing, I'll keep it too short like this. So then after that, there many things happened. Then finally, one thing I can end, like how we got the initiation. So he got the initiation from Mahavana, who is also disciple of Madhava, who is a disciple of Yamunacharya. And Yamunacharya finally left the body by the time Ramanuja got to know. So Ramanuja went and saw the dead body of Yamunacharya. So by the time he went, already he left the body. So Yamunacharya was lying dead by closing 3 fingers. So his hand was stretched out and his 3 fingers were closed. So when he asked this question to the disciples, do you know what is the meaning of like why he has kept his 3 fingers closed? Then they said that always the Guru has, Yamunacharya has always this wish that like one should always have the gratitude to the memory of Vyasadeva and Parashara. So one of the desires of Yamunacharya. And he said that he felt a tribute to great saints, and there is also one alvar he told. So we have to be respectful to that person. And also he said the Sri Vaishnava commentary should be done from his after his departure. There should be the commentary happening. So that's what the things they told. These were the wishes. So the moment Ramanuja heard this, he told, to my capacity, if God allows, I promise here that I will take up the responsibility to do all the 3 desires of this Yamunacharya. So the moment he promised, the 3 fingers from this body opened up. Very good.
What were the 3 desires?
The 3 desires are like one should have the gratitude to the memory of Vyasadeva and Parashara, and he felt a tribute to the great saints and also the alvars, and the Sri Vaishnava commentary should be done, should be happening always. Yeah. So and also later there are instances where he used to get the communication directly from Varadaraj through to the devotee from the Kanchipuram. So there are so many stories like that, but at least at the moment we get to know the gist like this. And finally, the disciple of Yamunacharya was Mahapurna. So finally, Ramanuja met him at the bank of that same river where Yadav Prakash was a wizard in his previous life. So there he took the initiation immediately. So he took the initiation, and later after his initiation, after that he also took sannyasa initiation that he directly got from the Supreme Lord directly himself. So Supreme Lord directly named him as Sri Ramanuja Muni. That is his sannyasa name. So that's how his sannyasa happened, and then the sannyasa happened after he get to know that the wife is not supporting, and then he had fed up with his family life. So that's a point where he planned to take sannyas, and then immediately Lord gave him that sannyas diksha also. So I will end here. So this is about Sri Ramanujacharya. Maybe if time permits, next time I will continue from the points where I left. Maybe if you're interested, next time we can continue. So Sri Ramanujacharya ki Jai. Shri Sampradaya ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And yesterday was Madhvacharya's disappearance day. Shri Madhvacharya ki jai. Because we follow Madhvacharya, this line from Brahma. So that's why we call it as Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Thank you. And the questions part. Whoever raises first, if I see. So, and you cannot raise before the question completes. And also, if you say wrong answer for the next question, you don't have the opportunity to raise. So you raise only when you know the right answer. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. There are only 5 questions. The husband of Bhudevi. I saw Chaitu. Yes. Sri Keshava. Perumal. Haribol. Okay. The next question. Who is the first cousin of Govinda? This Chiranjeevi. Haribol. Difference between Alvars and Acharya. Naman.
Alvars are intoxicated with love of God, and Acharyas are preaching the message of God as well. In addition to
Perfect. Haribol. Stop for me. 3 different people. Okay. And this is not part of the syllabus. Can anyone give the difference between the impersonalist philosophy and Advaita or Mayavad philosophy? Impersonalist philosophy and Mayavadi philosophy. Naman.
Advait and Mayavad, right? So one is that God has no form, and another one says that we are one with God, like we are God. So I would say that is that correct?
It's perfect. But the one who says that we are God is the Advait, the Mayavadis. That's more risky. So we don't, Vaishnavas condemn that philosophy. And the other one is impersonalist philosophy. At least Bhagavatam encourages that because that is the first step to understand the God realization, and later you understand the super soul Paramatma and then the God, Supreme Lord.
It was funny that the person who was having this philosophy, his name was Yadav Prakash. They could not be more perfect.
Super. And the last question. What was the meaning of Kapasyam? What Ramanuja was derived? Yes,
Blossoming flower.
but you need to break it into Sanskrit words. You already said lotus before, now blossoming flower.
The sunlight that is.
Anybody can, you have to break it to Sanskrit terms. How Ramanuja broke it. Kapyasam.
Is water.
Okay.
Awesome.
Adhi is open.
Yeah.
So food drinks and Asa is open.
Haribol. So I think it's a draw between Naman and Chaitu. So Naman has already got this prasad. So this is the Mahaprasad directly coming from Lord Balaji Tirupati. So Haribol to Chaitanya. Haribol. So now it's Chaitanya's mercy whether he will share it or not with all of you. So go behind him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Srinivas Prabhu ki jai.
Gauratri. We're gonna cover it, so everybody gets there. The pillows there.
Gauratri.
Srini. Please sing. Please sing.
Sri Sri Karta Gaurachandra ki.
Oh, where is the remote? I don't know, it was somewhere here.
Hare
It's divinely accessible. Srila Prabhupada ki जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की संवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की पिता गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Thank you again for coming to the Sunday feast today. We first we thank our lecturer today, His Grace Srivasula about Ramanujacharya. Is that? Yeah. Oh, about Ramanujacharya. Please give him a big hello. The cook of today is Amrita Mataji. She did a really wonderful job. So give a big Haribol. Give a big applause. And of course, also everyone who helped with anything that has to be done with cooking, like shopping or whatever. Also, big Haribol to them. Also, flower team. I don't know who exactly did today. Nati Kirada Mataji, do you know? Rajrani Mataji. Haribol. So, upcoming Tuesday, it is the Wednesday of Lord Rahadeo, the war incarnation of Lord Krishna, Radharshi. So we will have a program from let's say 6 till 8. 6 till 7 will be bhajan and reading, and after 7 the dinner club, the regular dinner club will start. It's Ekadashi that day, so the prasadam will be Ekadashi. But you're all welcome to come that day. And then the day after, on Wednesday, is the Brilliance Day of Lord Nityananda Theodoshi. There's a program from 4 till 8, also in the temple, so please come if you're able to. And then, of course, afterwards, on Sunday, we have our regular Sunday feast again. If you want to keep up to date with our programs, please keep an eye on our website, isconamsterdam.nl, or subscribe to our newsletter. Can also be done on our website, or come to me and I will add you to the list. Then, to conclude, are there any newcomers, first comers, people who are first time here? Please raise your hand. So, Shri Prabhu. So please, yeah, touch. Please raise your hands again.
You can get the gift.
So we tend to give a token of appreciation to our first-time visitors. We hope you will come again.
Keep your hands raised.
Yes, keep hands, please.
So you can get the right gift. Here.
So thank you so much. Then we will conclude. We will continue with our last part of the program, which is the prasadam. So I would like to ask you to make a rows. So the Prabhus, gentlemen, will sit over here in 2 rows, and the Matajis, the ladies, will sit in 2 rows over here. Shri Prabhupada ki!